What's going on YouTube? It's Patrick, Mid-10 Outdoors. We're outside. We're actually in my backyard. We're on my deck and we're going to be using my swimming pool. This is two bags. These two bags, two 20-liter Coleman dry bags, and this electronics bag. We're going to be testing out. This is Coleman's newer line of dry bag stuff. I've got an older cell phone with a tissue in there so we can see if any water gets in. But both of these products my son used in Louisiana during the swamp-based tour, and had no problems with water getting in them. Now I will show you on both of them how they open and close. It's using Velcro and unfolds, and then you get to your items. Now that's the main thing too, is making sure you get your folds right. That's what keeps the water out of your precious cell phone that you might need, or your clothes that you might need for the week. Now what I have done for weight purposes, I've put a pair of shoes in here, but once again it's all about how you close the bag. Now, it does have Velcro inside, which make sure it seals, helps keep the bag together. Make sure this flap is down, and then you begin to roll. And once you roll the opposite direction of that flap's folded, and spin it around, you should be in good shape. Now, I'm in my swim trunks. So we are going to take the camera down to the side of the pool. I'm going to get in the pool and we're going to dunk these. We're going to dunk these pretty deep. I'm going to pull them down through the water like they were going through current, and then we'll open it up and see what happens. This goes the same thing. Now I know you guys doing a lot of kayaking and a lot of canoeing, water sports period. These are the things you got to have. Now I can tell you the Coleman did good for Chase while he was in the swamp. He had no issues out of it whatsoever. Now I know there are better, more expensive lines, but I'm just trying to get you guys that don't have a whole lot of money, that want to hit the water and do some of the same things. Let's see if we have some good options for you. Now the Coleman bags I think are 19 bucks a piece. You start getting a lot more expensive, you know, the Dry Seal brand, I think it is. You can get on up there in price. So anyway, we're going to stop here. We're going to take both bags down to the side of the pool. I'm going to get in the pool and we're going to dunk these suckers and see how they do. Okay guys, we're in the water, as you can see. Now I'm wearing a swim shirt. SPF 30 is what this thing is. No, 50. SPF 50. Highly recommend wearing these kinds of shirts when you're on the water all day long. The other thing, your arms, if they're bare, if you're not wearing a long sleeve shirt, which Chase was wearing long sleeve shirts, he said when he got hot he'd just pull them up and then put sunscreen on, and put sunscreen on his legs because he was wearing swim trunks or swim shorts. Now what we use and have always used, trying to get my camera angle right, is this stuff right here. It's the Coppertone Sport SPF 75. Now make sure you put this stuff on and keep it on all day, because that'll keep you from being miserable. Another thing, wide brim hat. This is an old hat. This is one I wear a lot during the summer because it is vented. Chase has one that'll float. Let's see if this thing will float. Now, until it gets wet, then it's going to go down. So now, we're going to test the Coleman phone bag or electronics bag and see how it does. If you can see it, it's floating on top of the water for now. What happens if it gets pushed down? It comes back up. Pushed down. Comes back up. So now, as you can see, I'm dunking this thing pretty hard. What about the Coleman dry bag, 20-liter dry bag? It's got shoes in it. It's floating. That's what I want it to do with the weight on it. I want this stuff to float so when you've turned over your canoe, or in this case, psychedelic surfboard, flips, your gear is still above water and you can find it and you can keep on your little trek. This is very important stuff. Right now, I'm going to dry my hands off. We're going to pop this thing open, and best I can tell, there's no water inside the bag itself. Now, this is products that you can buy at Walmart all day long. They sell these at Walmart or Academy Sports, both bags. So, we're going to turn the camera to the deck floor right here. There's water that's coming off the bag, but guess what? The tissue's dry, the foam was dry. So now, let's see how this came out. Because I've been in the water all day, my water shoes are pretty soaking wet. I want them to dry out overnight. I'm going to build me a little place for my shoes to sit near the fire and dry out while I put my dry pair of shoes on. So, what I'll have to say about Coleman's dry bag solutions, if you're on a budget and want to get in the water and want a canoe, paddle, whatever, the stuff works as long as you use it right. Now, if you don't fold this stuff right, it's going to leak. As long as you fold it right and you'll pay attention to how the seams go back onto to your dry bag, make sure everything goes back the way it should. Well, if your stuff ends up in the water, it should stay dry and floating long enough for you to get to it. So there. If you like getting out in the water and you want to get out in the water, go. You have no excuse. Coleman Dry Bag solutions are here for you. So anyway, this has not been a paid endorsement or any kind, but I can tell you this equipment was heavily used for 5 days in the swamps of Louisiana, and it fared very well. Alright, this is Patrick from Mitchin Outdoors. I'm going to stay cool in the pool today. Out of here. One more little tip I want to throw out there. If you don't trust it 100%, hefty, strong seal freezer bags. Double layer protection in your dry bag.